Hey guys, it's time for Friday Night Live. That means it's 8:30 Central Time on a Friday. And all summer long, I have been bringing on my guests from Empowered by Design. What's that? Well, it's my one-on-one coaching mentoring program. But on top of all of that, Danielle is she has a huge warehouse, you guys, and she's actually standing in it. You can see the rails, you can see the ceilings. So here in just a minute, I'm going to ask Danielle to introduce herself in case you don't know who she is already. And she's even going to do a little bit of a tour, right, my friend?
Let's do it.
Yes. So let's see, Danielle, you were also featured in the Journal in issue 2.
What?
So you've been on my podcast. I've been on yours.
Mm-hmm. You sure have.
Yes. We have hung out, and it's very likely that we're going to be hanging out again pretty soon here, aren't we?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, we are. Everybody, how are you? I hope you've all had a fantastic week. It's hot, but the beauty of this week in July, it was actually refreshing. And I actually was able to sit outside one of the days in July, which is so rare for Oklahoma. And I know that it's pretty warm where you are too, huh?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It gets really hot. I'm in South Carolina, so it gets really hot and really humid.
Really humid. That's right. Hello, Kathleen and Betty and Derek. Rob's here. Let's see. Chris and Joanne, Rachel, Cheryl, Betty, Annette. What's up, Delisa? Everybody, thank you for being here. So every single Friday this summer, I've been bringing on 2 of my Empowered by Design ladies. These ladies have committed to working hard and busting their tail and growing their business. And I've asked them all to come on here, spend 20 minutes with us, talk about their business, and maybe even do a show and tell. So Danielle, please just go ahead and tell everybody where you are and a little bit about what you do.
So I'm in South Carolina. My store's in Spartanburg. I live in Duncan. But I started my creative business 10 years ago, part-time. And I make things. I make jewelry. I make candles. I do art. I paint furniture now and all the fun things. But I got really lucky and I got involved in a really awesome store and just kind of kept being open to the opportunities and sort of bought out partner after partner when they were ready to retire or move on. And so now the store's mine, and it's Vintage Warehouse of Spartanburg. And I have I think it's like 58 right now, vendors who are in here. They have their businesses in here. It's a 30,000 square foot warehouse. We are on the walking trail here in Spartanburg, which is really cool. So we have like people and dogs in here all the time that are just out walking the trail.
I love it.
We have a yoga studio. We have it's fun. It's fun. I love it. I could not ask for a better job.
No kidding. It's a lot of work though. And you said 30,000 square feet. So all I can think, I mean, this isn't all I'm thinking, but who's cleaning this place?
We are. But I will say I have the best store manager in the world. Her name is Stephanie, and she's on top of it, y'all. She's awesome. And having a great team is what makes it work.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I know without a doubt that you are having plenty of help to cover all of that. I just was kind of laughing, thinking, oh my goodness, 30,000. I just got to thinking for a second. I complain about sweeping up 200 square feet. Oh my word.
Yeah. It's a lot, but it's, like I said, it's awesome.
Yeah, it really is. So tell everybody just a little bit. Well, actually, your artwork's at the store, right? Like there?
It is.
Okay, well then why don't you just dive right into just like a tour, and then when we see your stuff, you have to show off your stuff. It's required.
Okay, I'll do it. I'm at the front anyway. Okay. So let me see though, because I did not test this before we started.
Flip.
It won't flip.
Not on StreamYard.
Okay, hang on. Let's see. All right, so then you just have to look behind me, I guess.
Yeah.
Which is fine. Means I can see better anyway.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So hi, Jeri. I know you're here, Jeri. We've got Miss Jeri Powtak coming on next.
Hey, Jeri. Okay, so when you come into my store, that's what's on the wall. These really fun vintage letters that tell you our name. And I'm actually right here next to the front door right now with my art. So if you can see all that. I know it's a little awkward for me to try to hold it right now. But
so this is an old warehouse that has brick walls, crumbling walls, just all kinds of open space, open wiring, open plumbing, all the cool pieces. Oh, it's beautiful. Look at your work. Look at
this is like an old piano that they shelled out that we use for display. So that's pretty cool. and
It is.
old windows to make fun things.
Oh.
And when we first moved in the building, they were having to like cover up some walls. So like we have old pallets all over the walls, lots of chandeliers. And that's our prayers and praises wall. So like when people come in from the community, they can write down literally like prayer requests or praises and things like that. And it's like a community space right inside the store.
Oh, that's such a great idea. Yeah. So if I wanted you to, I could come in, I could put something on the wall there and.
Yeah.
Oh, what a beautiful concept.
And people can come take like, and we encourage that. Like the way it says is like take a prayer, you know, so that you can be remembering somebody or leave a prayer request or a praise for somebody else. So like, I mean, I'd love to give you like a very detailed tour, but I've done it before and it takes at least 45 minutes. I know I can't do that. Like those are my candles. I keep a lot of my stuff near the front of the store, but I also like just put it wherever it needs to be to fill in space.
Sure.
So
when you say they're your candles, you come up with your own scents and you pour them yourself.
Yes, I pour them myself. I actually pour them here in the store now. I used to do it in my craft room at home, but now I do it here. So, and I wholesale those. And actually, Miss Susan Russell carries them at her store up in Maryland. Yes.
Yes.
And they've been doing really well there. So that's cool. But so I don't know. We have some really cool vendors. They've got some really cool displays. Again, we've got the high ceilings, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, and
we've got
wide
cool
open
things. Sorry, it's weird to have to like walk backwards.
I know.
Like, the building that we're in, it's an old textile building. So like that's a sign from the textile plant that was here before us. So like we kept that on the wall. This is my friend Mitzi. She does rope baskets and embroidery and cool things and aprons. So she's got that. My friend Bridget, who was on the Makers Chat podcast. This is her artwork.
Oh, yeah, I remember.
And she does really cool stuff. So my friends Terry and Lori, they also make jewelry. Their business is called Crazy Good. And we freaking love this display. So they've done like the sari silk curtains and whatnot. And then they've just got some really fun things to show off their jewelry. And we had a space open up recently because one of our vendors moved out of state and she did greeting cards. So they decided to sort of fill the gap and provide greeting cards for our customers. So they set up a new space and they wanted it to match. So now they've got this cool thing happening behind me, which is
fun. It's amazing.
Yeah.
The group of people you have kind of collectively put together is amazing. They're so creative.
They're fabulous. Like I said, I wish I was able to go around and show you everybody. Oh, I do have to show you this one thing.
You have like 12 minutes, sis.
I have 12 minutes. Who can I show you in 12 minutes? We're getting ready. So we have an event tomorrow. It's called our Flip and Flea event. It's kind of like a community yard sale. Okay. So like I'll be back up here at 8:00 in the morning setting up for that. But this is a new vendor. They were here for our pop-up. But y'all, these flags, I get like really insane about these flags. Can y'all see that real good?
So is that painted on wood and then sealed?
Okay. No, this is like carved to be wavy. Like I've never seen anything like it before he brought these in here.
Oh.
So this is like compiled individual pieces of wood that have been then like sanded out to create this wave and then painted and stained. And he uses a Dremel to carve like all of the detail. It's really kind of insane. And then he does these, which I've really never seen before, which is the same kind of thing that he goes in, he like layers the pieces and then Dremels them and uses a sander and shapes it. And I don't know. I've never seen anything like it. And so I'm just very fascinated.
He's an artist. What
he really is.
Artist he is.
Yeah. But yeah, so like we do a lot of events. We like to bring new people in. We like to kind of give them a chance to make sure it's a good fit though. So we do these, we call it a pop-up, and there's like 3 months. So like this couple that does the flags and the furniture, they were a part of that. The name is Rustic Grunt Woodworks is the name of the business. Okay. And so they came in, they joined us for 3 months. And after 3 months, they knew they wanted to stay. So they did. And now they have a permanent spot in the store. Perfect. And we're going to be starting another pop-up in August for a whole new group of people. We've got 9 new people that are signed up for that. But in the interim, we've been doing different events. And so this weekend, we have our Flip and Flea, which is kind of like a community flea market. So we'll have food trucks back out tomorrow. We'll have people set up outside. We've got people set up inside.
My word. So tell me, you did something tonight too.
We did. So for the summer this year, we were doing a Friday night series that we were calling Summer Fridays. And we stayed open. Typically, our stores open from 10 to 6, Monday through Saturday, and then Sunday afternoons.
Yes.
So we stayed open late on Friday nights until 8:30. And we had food trucks and musicians and extra vendors who came to hang out with us and that kind of thing. So next week is our last week for that because it was just May through July.
Sure.
So next week is our last week. But tonight, we had a musician, we had a food truck. We set up outside, we set up tables so everyone can hang out together. It's a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun. Marvin and Annette are trying to figure out how to make it there for your event tomorrow.
Yes.
They're in Missouri. If they hit the road now, they can make it.
Yeah. I mean, there's ways to make it happen.
Those are girls. They can make it. They're pretty resourceful.
Right. And I have, like I said earlier, I have a great team. So we'll show you this if y'all can kind of see that. Connor and Jenna are two of my part-timers. They put together displays for me because they're really good at it. So I'll be like, okay, we've got this weekend, we have the Flip and Flea coming up. So we need to make a really cool display with our salvage stuff. So they're hanging frames and chairs from the ceiling and all kinds of different stuff. He put a strand of pearls hanging from the ceiling and just chandeliers and all kinds of things. And let me see if I can make it.
Clever.
This gimbal thing. See if I can. Yeah, okay. So this is an old box fan, an old industrial box fan that they put a piece of glass over and then just styled. So, sorry, I'm trying to how do I do that? There we go. Yeah. So anyway, like I said, I've got a great team. They're really creative and they can help with all that kind of stuff, which is really cool.
Okay, so let me just say, you said your workshops. So do you do furniture workshops?
So, yes, I have done furniture workshops where people can bring their own piece of furniture.
Okay.
And I had those were scheduled for the summer. I don't know if we'll have any more this calendar year. We might have one more in September. Okay. Now in August, I have actually that's funny. I have two canvas painting classes that I'm doing. And this is the first one. So we just started advertising this one today. So that one will be August 14th. And then
wonderful.
Because we live in we live in the foothills in South Carolina. So we've got a mountain sunset. That'll be later in August that we'll be doing that one. And I'm trying to think.
Thank you, Rob. Thank you for grabbing her link for her business page. I appreciate you so much.
Thank you, Rob. I appreciate that. And then we have, we encourage our vendors to have classes. So you kind of never know what kind of classes we're going to have at any given time. I did a weaving class last month. We have another vendor that makes leaners and things like that that'll do classes. Like I said, I know I'm doing a handful of canvas classes this fall. Hopefully we'll have another furniture class this fall. There'll definitely be more weaving classes because people have expressed a lot of interest in that. So
yeah, can you show? Since you're up at the front, can you show some of your weave work up close?
Yes,
she is on the DIY paint page. You're right. Thank you for mentioning that. She is on there at 2:00,
3:00 on Mondays.
3:00 on Monday. That's Eastern time, everybody. That's Eastern time. 3:00 on Mondays. It's making it with Danielle, and her personal business page is made by Danielle.
Yes.
All right. She also has a podcast called The Maker's Chat. So don't expect you to remember all this, but
there's a lot.
If you want to know, I can tell you because I got it right here.
My website is daniellekaminski.com, and I promise if you go there, you can find all the things. But I started doing this last year, so this is what you're talking about, right?
The showing your weave work because she does her lives on her own business page as well, and she does artwork and canvas tutorials as well.
So this is painted canvas that then I added stitching on so that I could weave directly on the canvas. And I did an Enneagram series back in the spring, I guess it was. And so that was one of the Enneagram pieces. That was the type 5 piece that I still have. And then I do some round weaving. So this is a big one that I just finished last week. And I do a little bit of both. So I've got some weavings. I've got some of the canvases with the weavings. I like to add stuff. So like I've got jewelry components on here. We've got an agate.
Absolutely.
Got the little words. All that kind of fun stuff.
They love your weaving, sister.
Thank you guys. I love doing it. It's been fun to kind of figure out how to make that happen because I wanted to combine. That was one of the first ones I did. I wanted to combine the weaving that I was learning how to do and really enjoying with the canvas stuff. So that was sort of how that came about. So there's a lot of this. I've actually got one down here. So I put a lot of my stuff on the hallway too. Our hallway here is actually where we sell our paint products. So we are a DIY retailer. So that's the big one that I did recently.
Yes, I saw you do that one. You're a DIY paint retailer.
I'm a DIY paint retailer.
Come get it.
Daydream Apothecary. Fusion
Excellent.
Mineral Paint.
Excellent.
Iron Orchid Designs. Bubblegum Yum. Paint Pixie. Turquoise Iris products. All the things, all the happy things. So that's what's on our hallway. Like we have all of our paint products and all this good jazz on our hallway here. And then down at the end of the hallway, we have a yoga studio. So it's pretty cool. I get to go to yoga like 3 to 4 times a week and I don't have to leave the office.
I know. You're like, it's yoga time.
I know. It's nice because, self-care is very important.
Absolutely. That's just so wonderful. So you have 30,000 square feet. Tell me what is also coming up in the future for you in the business.
Lots of exciting things. So right now we're actually in the process. I'm taking my hair down because it's falling down anyway. We're in the process. This Summer Fridays thing was super fun. So we are working on getting food trucks signed up regularly. We want to do like a food truck court situation so that people can come have lunch here. People in the area can have something new and different to have for lunch. And then, it gives our customers that like to come in on their lunch break an opportunity to eat while they're here. So if you hear barking, that's my dog. My husband and my dog are here somewhere and I hear her barking. So
this makes me feel like home, sister. You know that.
Yeah. So we're looking at doing that so that we've sort of got a little bit of something for everybody. Again, add more classes.
Tell me about this course you're getting ready to launch.
Yes. Okay. So for Made by Danielle, like I said, I've been making things to sell them for a little over a decade now.
Yeah.
And I've gone from being a vendor. I've gone from just doing like random craft fairs and selling on Etsy to having a space in a store to then owning the store and helping other people own and start their own businesses and whatnot. And so last year I released my first iteration of a course for handmade business owners. And I have been reworking it and tweaking it in a way in lots of ways actually that I think are going to make it a lot better. And it's going to be available for new students next month. So I'm putting the finishing touches on that now. I'm going to be announcing a webinar soon. I've been using the podcast as a way to sort of trickle out little bits here and there too, so that people can sort of get an idea for how I teach, to know if I'm somebody they even want to work with. And then getting the chance, obviously, to feature friends and other makers. And I mean, I've gotten to talk to like all of my mentors. I have done some serious fangirling with these podcast interviews, which has been really exciting. So yeah, that's something that's happening.
That's a lot, sister. Month. That's a lot coming up, you guys. As you can tell, Danielle is an entrepreneur. She's she's an artist and a business professional. I mean, she's mastered the art of pricing, the pricing guide. I mean, there's so much there. Yes. Laura says you're only 2 hours from her. So Laura, make a trip. You need to come on out and see her. Of course you are. You're an amazing businesswoman, says Jeri.
Thank you, Jeri.
She is very dynamic. Lolly, thank you for posting the link on YouTube too. I appreciate you so much.
Thank you, guys.
So remind everybody exactly where you are before we go.
So I am in Spartanburg, South Carolina. So if you are at all familiar with Spartanburg, if you're coming from downtown, we are on Union Street. The address is 1201 Union Street. We're like a mile from downtown, just barely off the beaten path, but we're right on the Mary Black Rail Trail is where we are. And then you can find me online at daniellekaminski.com. And there's links to all the things that I do on that page.
Everything. And I'm going to come see you one of these days. I'm going to have to get out that way.
Yeah, you are.
Matt is like, we need to go to the East Coast. I'm like, I know we do.
And I tell you, I'm only about 2.5 hours from the beach. So my in-laws live at the beach. We're actually going next weekend to celebrate a wedding anniversary. So it is nice to be close enough to do. So we're 2.5 hours from the beach, and we are an hour to an hour and a half from some really amazing mountains, like for, camping and going up there. So
wow, that's
kind of a perfect spot.
Yeah, it really is. I've never been to South Carolina, so I will look forward to that one of these days. You all, please, I encourage you, please like and follow Danielle. Go to this warehouse in Spartanburg. And if you are watching this on the replay, if you will give it a share, sprinkle it, pass it, whatever, Danielle and I would appreciate it so very much. Sister, thank you for staying late today and taking time.
No problem.
Pop on
Thanks
here
for having me.
I love you, and I love everything that you're doing,
you
and I appreciate you so much.
Thanks for having me.
All right, honey. I'll talk to you soon.
All right. Bye, you guys.
Okay, bye. What a store, right? Are you serious? Right? Like, 30,000 square feet, 58 vendors, and they're going to start working on setting up having food trucks there every day. So like a food court. My goodness, I loved it. Okay, so our next guest is Miss Jeri. Girl, if you're available, tell me you are. I saw you on here. I'm going to post this link right here. Jeri is another member of my Creative Connection as well as my Empowered by Design coaching group. And Jeri, well, I'm going to let her tell you actually what she's got going on. Abby, you're going to have to just chill. Okay, Jeri, I have posted the link here in the comments on Facebook and YouTube. So, right, Rob, wasn't that fun? I mean, can you imagine if we actually got to go see the whole thing? Now, she was in issue 2 of the Turquoise Irish Journal, and she did an entire tour. Okay, some of her vendors spoke on her video. Okay, Jeri, you're there. I want you to go ahead and post, or go ahead and click the link there in the comments. I can handle that. Da, 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 da. Huge space, right? Thanks, you guys, for hanging out and watching. You go lay down. You go lay down. Her big nose writing. Hi, Gloria. I'm so glad you're here. We are going to bring on another one. I'm afraid I don't see a link. Okay, well, I'll post it once more. Let's see. There we go. There it is again. That's right. She's Ellie's daughter. That's right. Thank you, Rob. That is her business page. Jeri, Jeri, do you see it? Someone needs to do something about these nails. What a cool getaway day, right? We're going to wait for Jeri. That was Danielle Kaminski. Her business page is Made by Danielle. She is the Vintage Warehouse of Spartanburg. Her podcast is The Maker's Chat. And I can see, can I see your, of course. They were also featured by the artist in issue 4 of the Turquoise Irish Journal, Miss Amber Hutchins from the Bohemian Craft House. She was featured in the journal. And they're dipped in Kissing Booth paint. I have a blue pair, and they're extremely lightweight. Can't even feel them. Thank you. They are made by Amber, the Bohemian Craft House. Stephanie, hey. Stephanie, will you do me a huge favor? And will you post the link in the comments? Will you send that to Jeri through Facebook Messenger? It would be best on your phone, for sure, Jeri. For some reason, it is easier on the phone, and I don't know why. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Amber is extremely talented. She does macrame, but she started doing earrings too, and I love them. Wish I knew about the store last week when we were in Charlotte. I would have gone then. Oh, I'm sorry, Lisa. Yeah, in issue 2 of the journal, Danielle took us on a tour of her whole store. She was on the podcast and kind of told us about her journey there, and just like I said, just part of her life, the good parts and the rough parts, all of that is there in the podcast for Paint Talks podcast. So if you've not listened to her, it's really, really good. Really, really good. She's a DIY retailer. She came to our retreat last year. She's coming again this year to my Creative Connection retreat. You're welcome, Danielle. Okay, Jeri. Thank you. I haven't touched that one. I haven't even touched it since the other night. Just had to leave it alone. Actually, I haven't had time to paint, but I'm hoping to tackle that. We have there's the link again, Jeri. We have some new pieces of furniture out in the garage that I'm ready to bring in here and get started with you guys on Sunday night. Big, just think, massive. Like they don't fit in the door. They don't fit in the door, other than tilting it totally on its side. Yes, Danielle, she's coming again to the retreats. There's nothing like it. All right, Jeri, let me know what you see. I'm all kicked back here tonight with my feet up. Yes, Lisa. Hopefully you get there on a day that I go. Let's say we all go together. How about that? It's very possible, Miss Beatrice. My friend. I'm so excited. Danielle's store is just a little over in an hour for me. Amy, you lucky dog. So sorry. It says I can't have permission. Okay, Jeri, here's what I want you to do. You copy the link, hold the link down with your finger, copy it, and then you'll go into your browser at the top of your phone, like open up Safari, and you'll paste it there in the browser. I know, Meg. Trust me. I know. You know what? Oh, wait. If I pull you up on Facebook, you won't know. That won't work because I'm on StreamYard. Name the day, D. So if you hold down that link, what it's not letting you do, Jeri, is it's not letting you probably go directly from Facebook. But if you'll copy that link and then go out of Facebook and then paste that link in your browser, like on Safari, just instead of typing in where you want to go on Safari, you just paste that link and then try to come in that way. You don't have to have anything downloaded. You don't have to add anything or get permission or anything like that. I haven't touched this one since we were on. What was that, Wednesday night or Sunday night? It was Sunday night. I haven't touched it. I literally haven't had one. I haven't painted. Just put it that way. I've not painted all week. Chrome works. That's fine. It's even better, actually, Jeri. It's even better. I don't know if I'm going to work on that Sunday or if I'm going to bring in a new piece of furniture. I have 3 beautiful pieces. I believe Jeri has an Android. What browser would that be? That would be okay, so she said she's got Chrome. We'll get it figured out. Don't worry, okay? Yeah, that should be fine. I think other people with Androids are able to come on. If we can't get it, I will close this live off and then I'll come right back on just through Facebook, and I should just be able to bring Jeri up on Facebook without using StreamYard. But this way we were on here so we could also go through YouTube. I did finger paint yesterday. You're right. I finger painted that right there. Actually, that one in my group. You're so right. I did. Not long enough, Lisa. I actually worked on some hats too this week. But as far as canvas or furniture, yeah, no, she reminded me. Thank you for reminding me. I did get to paint it for about an hour with you guys in the finger painting group. Did I paint any other time? I don't know. I will tell you. I went and looked at retail spaces or lease spaces to spread out. Fun. Danielle, oh my gosh, so much fun. Jeri, let me know, sister. Communicate with me. Let me see. I want to be able to help you. So I have labels coming in that I'm having made and sewn into the hats for my name, for my brand. So those will be out. I think I'm launching them the 13th or 15th of August. I can't remember, but they'll be available on my website then. Guys, if you're just popping on, I just had Danielle Kaminski of Made by Danielle, and she was on here with me. Lisa and Lolly getting on each other. One of these days, Lisa Dixon, honey, we got to meet. We've known each other for too long and not known each other. Oh, here we go. Here we go, Miss Jeri. Oh, you just left. Come back. You were here and then you disappeared. Whatever you did, try it again, Jeri. You were here. Do whatever you did, sister. Come back. Right when I started to press let her in the room, she disappeared. I have to meet my Lisa Thompson Dixon too. There we go, Jeri. Don't do anything. Don't touch anything. Hold on. Hold on.
Don't touch anything.
All right, stop right there. Don't touch the thing.
I don't know how that happened.
You know what? And then I just read your comment that said you were in the studio, but there's like one extra step to get all the way. So I get that little notification that you're there. Otherwise, I didn't know. I'm sorry.
I'm here.
I'm so glad. Tell everybody where here is.
I'm about 45 minutes from Danielle.
How lucky is she right now, you guys?
And I am in a town called Kynards, South Carolina, and nobody has heard of Kynards. We're halfway between Columbia and Greenville in South Carolina.
Well, I've told you, I've heard of Greenville, and it's on my list to come one of these days.
I hope you do.
I hope
I can't wait.
Sooner than later, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So tell everybody kind of your business name is?
Ellie's daughter.
Yeah.
I'm Ellie's daughter because I'm Ellie's daughter.
Because you are Ellie's daughter. I love I love how you came up with your name on that. And tell everybody just kind of like what you do, Jeri.
I paint.
What do you paint?
I paint. This all began because I wanted to paint furniture. That's how this began. And I was never gonna paint anything but furniture. And now I'm painting signs, and I'm painting some wall art, and I'm painting canvases.
Yeah.
That I said I would never do.
Yeah, she was the one that went to Michael's, you guys, to get a canvas, and she came home with like 40 because they were having a sale.
A big sale, and they gave you reward money like back, like double reward money.
They
gave you money back to use there to buy more canvases.
Well, they're doing buy one get one today. I don't know if you need to restock, but they're doing
buy one get one.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So Jeri, tell everybody a little bit about your background, like what you've done in the past, sis.
Oh, and my whole life?
Well, I mean, like the short version, if you can.
Okay, the short version. I grew up in a town of 105 people. So I'm a farm girl. My grandparents are second cousins. They have the same great grandmother. And so my family tree don't fork. And there it is. And then we moved to Michigan. I joined the Marine Corps 3 weeks out of high school. And when I came home from the Marine Corps, I met my husband, who of now 39 years in September. And we knew each other 6 weeks. And then we started having children a couple of years later, and we had 3 children, and I homeschooled for 20 years, and we've always had a farm and kind of homesteaded, and I always had a little side hustle. I homeschooled. Did I say that already?
You did, but you also said you only knew your husband for 6 weeks before you married him.
I did.
What did your mom and dad say about that, Jeri?
My dad said, no.
So you didn't have dad's permission?
No.
Was that normal Jeri behavior? Or was it kind of like they were shocked that Jeri would do that?
Oh, probably not shocked. No,
Now,
probably not.
You joined the military, you said, because you wanted to be a truck driver.
I wanted to be a truck driver, and the truck school in my town, you had to be 5'3" to go to truck school, and I'm only 5'1". And then when I joined the Marine Corps, you had to be 5 foot, but you had to weigh 100 pounds, and I only weighed 96 pounds. So I ate 6 bananas before I weighed in, and then I threw up on the bus on the way to boot camp. Yeah. 6 bananas. They're gonna make you throw up. Yeah.
Yeah, you just whittle. You're just 96 pounds.
Well, I'm 109 now. I've had 3 babies, and I'm older.
Yes, that's more.
Yeah.
I tease her because I call her little bit. I'm like, oh, what is she? Or what are you, like 4'1"?
I know, that's what I know. She always says, oh, she's like 4'10". I am 5'1". I am 5'1". Okay.
I love it. I'm just seriously trying to picture you with like a booster seat up there, trying to reach the pedals, driving a truck when you're 4'9".
I put notebooks behind me. I had 2 notebooks behind me. I sat on a pillow and I put 2 notebooks behind me, and that got me up so I could drive.
Had a girl. So then you guys had your children. You homeschooled all 3 of them. You lived on a farm, so you took care of animals as well.
Oh yes, we've always had animals.
Always. What's your favorite kind of animal?
Oh,
I put her under pressure.
I don't think I have a favorite.
Well, tell us about your dogs then.
I retired from I raised dogs for 35 years.
Yeah.
I showed my Chihuahuas and Yorkies. I started with big dogs and they kept getting smaller. And I've just retired from raising my dogs so that I can paint more. So, but we do have my last litter of Yorkies due this weekend. So she's walking around here pretty.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So you're about to have puppies?
We're going to have puppies.
How many do Yorkies have? 3?
Yeah, about 3. That's average. She was x-rayed on Tuesday and we saw 3, maybe 4.
Oh my goodness. They're going to be so little.
Oh, they're like, I can hold all 3 right here, 4. Yeah, like that. I can hold them all.
And so you raise them, you train them, and then that's what you've done.
That's what I've done.
35 years.
Well, and I trained horses, and I raised sheep and shear them and spin and yeah. And we raise our own beef. I know you don't like meat. I like meat.
Nasty.
I like meat. So
well, if you didn't have your meat, you probably would be 4'9". I'm just saying.
Yeah. I probably would be
back to 96 pounds too,
or less. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. You guys can tell I love to give Jeri a hard time because I absolutely love her. I just love her.
She really does give me a hard time because I won't do what she says all the time. Imagine that.
All the time.
Yeah.
I will tell you, you need to tell your husband if he can hear me right now. I loved his picture that you posted on Empowered by Design.
I don't know if he knows I put it on there. Jeff, Dion loved your picture that I posted on Empowered by Design last night. Dion loves it.
I do.
He said, all right.
I showed it to Matt and I was like, look, he's like you, always getting in the way of the pictures and like he's some sort of model. And Matt just laughed. He's like, yep, that's what he knows. That's what he does too.
He even said, wait, hold on, wait.
It was darling. I loved it. It did make me laugh. I even showed, I was like, look, this is Jerry's husband.
That's him. And his dog.
Yes, and the dog was there too. So tell everybody also, you've just got a booth, it's more than a booth, it's a room. Tell us everybody where it is and what you've got inside that.
Okay. I just rented a room in an antique mall, and I put my furniture in there, my signs, my things, and Daydream Apothecary Paint, the neons by Anissa. So I'm a retailer for them. So I guess I have from here to the beach, and Danielle has from there to the mountains. We kind of go like that. And now just this week, I started carrying another paint that they complement each other really, really well. And it's called Earth Fair. Listen to me go, but I'm going blank.
Earth Fair.
Earth. Let me go grab one. I'll go grab one.
Yeah, go grab one. That way everybody knows what they're going to get when they come to your shop. Guys, we're doing South Carolina girls. That was not even planned. Danielle is in Spartanburg and Jeri is some other little town that I cannot remember. But she's not far from Greenville.
Right here. Earth Safe. That's why, because I knew there was an F. Earth Safe Finishes.
Earth Safe Finishes. And that's your new line that you're carrying there.
Yes.
And your furniture's there, and then you're at some point hopefully going to do a workshop, right?
Yes, and my intention was to do a workshop September 17th. That was my intention.
Okay.
We have no bathroom now.
Oh.
We won't be doing a workshop with no bathroom.
Oh. Darn it.
So we're waiting for the bathroom now to be repaired.
Okay. You know what? I bet that will be done soon, right? Yeah.
I sure hope so.
Yeah. That will change. That will be all right. So maybe by the holidays though, with the bathroom getting there, and you'll be able to bring a few people into that space and show them how to use the paint and
yes,
put on their furniture. Do you want to show any of your artwork or?
Well, I only have a couple of things here because I finish stuff and I take it there.
I understand that. We'll see anything you want to show us though, my friend.
I have this here because I needed Jeff to help me still bring it. Can you see it?
Yeah, there's that beautiful.
See it?
Yes.
Let me turn the light on. Am I making you dizzy?
No, not at all. Danielle walked around the whole vintage warehouse and did perfect. No big deal.
Oh, I know. I went with her.
That's
there.
Right. Beautiful.
Can you see that?
Mm-hmm.
I love this. Like, look at this.
So Cheryl is asking you to tell us what the paint is like. So is it a chalk paint? Is it?
It is. It's no VOCs, no heavy metals, all earth friendly, made in the USA. As a matter of fact, made in Newberry. Like, she is 11 miles from me.
Whoa.
And so is any grocery store. So that's how close she is.
There you go.
And I've started doing these.
There's your canvases. Yes.
And these, neither one of them are finished. Can you see?
Mm-hmm.
Neither one are finished. I've started doing those, and I'm going to turn that back off because it's going to be behind me and you won't be able to see my face.
Very cool. Love the vanity too. So is that a paint that you have to add a top sealer to, or does it have the?
Yes, you still need this. You still need to seal it. You still need to wax it. It's like, I can't believe the coverage. I don't know if I can.
She wants to know, is it acrylic, is it chalk, or is it clay?
It is acrylic. She has a chalk line, but honest, I like this acrylic. Can you see how thick this is? Whoops, I'm going the wrong direction. Can you see that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's bloop. That's how thick this stuff is. But then, you know how I paint with a, you know, a Mr. bottle in my hand.
Yes.
So, but
absolutely. I would hope that you would use a Mr. bottle in your hand because it always comes in handy.
Yes. I got it on my hand.
That's okay. I am so grateful that you were able to come on here tonight and that we pushed through, we persevered, and we got you up tonight. What I would love for everybody to do is, if you're anywhere near the South Carolina, which area? Tell me the name of the town again. Is it Campbell? What?
No, it's Kynard's. If you're anywhere, the store is in Clinton.
Clinton. I knew it was a C.
Yeah.
And your website is?
elliesdaughter.com.
Does that mean you will ship paints?
Absolutely. I've already been shipping paint.
Well, look at you, fancy.
We've been sending neons out.
Awesome. Good for you. Lolly, you're right. I don't read your comments out loud because all of you guys are ornery. They're not towards you, Jeri. I just mean they pick on each other. So she said, do you notice that Dee doesn't read our comments out loud? No, I just skip right over him. I mean, I scan them. I read them. Hilarious. Rob says, y'all are too funny. Lolly, thank you for grabbing her link to her Facebook page and putting it onto YouTube. I appreciate you so much. Delisa wants to know what size are the jars of ounces, and she also wants to know the price of the paints.
This is an 8-ounce jar, which is bigger than the others, and that was another thing that I liked. It's bigger than some others, and it's only $14.95.
$14.95, and it's 8 ounces, and it's earth safe paints.
Earth safe finishes.
Earth safe finishes. Look at that.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this is the perfect paints. She has all kinds of different ones, but this is the one I liked. And she has a varnish that is no VOC. Like, it's crazy. I can just paint it in my room and it doesn't stink.
No smells?
No. And it's a varnish.
Wow. Okay.
A water-based varnish. Yeah, it's great.
So you're on Instagram.
I am on Instagram, Ellie's Daughter Co.
Ellie's Daughter Co. You're on the TikToks.
I am, but I don't do it much.
All right. You're on Pinterest. So I'm trying to get you to talk all about yourself as much as possible.
I'm catching on that you're trying to get me to do this. I'm on Pinterest. I'm also Ellie's Daughter Co. on Pinterest. And I'm Ellie. The only place I am just Ellie's Daughter is elliesdaughter.com and Ellie's Daughter on Facebook. I'm Ellie's Daughter Co. on Instagram, TikTok, and Pinterest.
Awesome. There you go.
And
that wasn't so hard. That was not too hard, was it? Listening.
No.
You guys, what I love about Jeri is one of the 25 women who have been in my Empowered by Design program. So we're just finishing it up. Jeri Lynn Pups off of Instagram. Thank you so much, Lolly.
That's my retired business.
That's the retired business.
That's the one I retired from. Mm-hmm.
So she's now Ellie's Daughter.
Ellie's Daughter. Ellie's Daughter Co. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Thank you, Lolly. So for those of you watching the replay, we would love anything more. We wouldn't love. Jeri, you say it. We would
love nothing more.
Boom.
Than for you to share this and to like and follow Ellie's daughter everywhere she goes.
There you go. Follow her around. Listen, she's going to go live. I have challenged everybody in the group to go live from August 1st to August 10th. It's a challenge, and I've asked each one of them, can you do it? I challenge you, and I'm not sure Jeri can do it.
Yes, see, she's not sure Jeri will do it.
I'm not sure she can do it.
Jeri is also going to be in a camper from August 6th to August 8th.
How about August 1st through August 5th? And then August 9th and 10th. I mean, so you took a 3-day break. Danielle says, yes, she can, because Danielle's going to do it, aren't you, Danielle?
Danielle does it all the time. She's great at it.
Well, so is Jeri. She just won't try.
She did try. Yes, she did.
Your dad messed you up. That's his fault, not your fault. So Danielle says she just doesn't want to.
There, see?
She doesn't. That would be fun to do a live from the camper. Do a TikTok, says Lolly.
She said what?
Lolly says do a TikTok.
Yeah. The TikToks I did do a few TikToks at first. I got a little overwhelmed with all of the different things.
It is. There's a lot of options. There's a lot of things. But it just takes, just like anything else, it takes a little bit to catch on. Cheryl, what are we talking about? I have challenged every one of my members in Empowered by Design as part of their social media challenge to go live on August 1st through August 10th. 10 days straight. That's all. I can do 100, but I figured I wanted them to try 10 days and just see what happens in their Facebook algorithm. Let's see if they gain followers, just push themselves. So I tease them because I know only about half of them are going to be up for the challenge, just because of life, and some of them aren't going to want to do it. But I'm still going to challenge them, right? So I'm giving Jeri a hard time about no.
But Jeri's the only one she calls out all the time.
Well, I mean, I'm talking to you. I'll call it. Here's why. Here we go, Jeri. You did it. So when I first talked to Jeri for the very first time, I was blown away by her leadership, by her just her overall personality. And she's one of those people that was born a natural leader. And I see her doing big things if she chooses to. It's whether she wants to or not. And she has that opportunity to decide that. But I just have loved getting to know you, sister. And I call you a friend. And that's what I know that you are. So I could just give you a hard time because that's what I would do if you were sitting right here beside me. And
I take it as a friend.
I know.
Yeah. I only call people turd that I really love.
Only people you love get the turd word?
That's it.
That's so good.
Mm-hmm. All of my children are turds.
I got to be a turd like your children?
Yes.
Look at that, guys. I think that she does love me. So we'll sign off tonight. I'm so glad we got this to work, Jeri, and you stuck with it, and we didn't give up, and we were able to get on here. Danielle Kaminski, thank you for being on here with us and giving us a tour. I love you so much. You guys are amazing. You guys have been killing it. You may not think you have, but we think you have, and we are your witnesses, and we have. Yes, Betty is one of us, says Lisa. Jeri is a strong blank woman, says Danielle. So nice. So nice. All right, girl, I'm going to let you go.
I went blank about this, but
it's hard when the camera's on, isn't it? It's so true. All right, everybody have a great night. Jeri, you take care, and I will talk to you really soon.
Night. I love you.
Right. I love you too. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.